You are listening to the Drag Dungeon Podcast with your hosts, Jay and John.
Hey, welcome back to the broadcast, your favorite podcast. You asked for this shit if you're easily offended. We don't recommend it. You asked for this shit, so here it is.
Let's talk about RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World, Episode 3. What's up, John?
What's up, Jay? Is it only 3?
I know, it seems like 300 million. It seems like so many.
It honestly does. I'm not just saying that. It does seem like more.
I know. It's like with Drag Race, you know, we watch a lot of Drag Race. And if you're watching more than one season at once, you're like, oh my God, like it just never ends. And now I do that, and I know you're finally watching UK Season 2, which I could not be happier and prouder of you.
Thank you. God. I watched 3 episodes today. Well, I want to get all the references, you know, to the past seasons, so it's my due diligence to watch it.
Yes, I'm so tired of doing a reference and having to tell you the reference is from UK Season 2.
I know. Well, I'm into it. I'm three deep.
3 deep. Ooh, it's hot. Well, I guess I'm ready to talk about this episode. I was kind of afraid that I was gonna not even want to do it because there's no words to describe how I felt after this episode.
Because maybe this season is not at all what we thought it was going to be. I don't know why we were stupid enough to think it might be something better or different, but no.
I do feel very stupid, and I feel very, I don't want to say disappointed because I'm past that. Like, I definitely feel duped. I feel like there's some shady doings behind the scenes with this, and I'm totally serious. I'm like not even joking when I say that. I really think something happened that caused Jimbo to leave. Like, I have so many theories. So, okay, so I have so many theories. So, let me just go through them all. Okay. So I think one theory I have is Jujubee, when she signed on to do this, she was guaranteed so many episodes. I have that theory.
Okay.
So that's why she stayed. I also have the theory of, Jimbo probably doesn't have a WoW Presents contract or WoW World of Wonder contract, not like Jujubee has.
Right.
So that's another reason I think maybe she stayed. Well, I mean, Jimbo might have one, but...
What is Jujubee doing for WoW?
Well, I mean, she's done other shows.
Yeah, but anything currently in the current, era?
Well, I mean, she just did, that Queen of the Universe and stuff, and I'm sure World of Wonder has something to do with that. Like, I don't have proof of that, but somehow Jujubee works for them. I just do believe that.
At the very least, she's in the good graces of people in the inner circle there.
That's right. Like, people like her, but she doesn't have right. She's Rue. I thought maybe she and Rue are fucking. Like, that was another thing that I thought, down low. Like, I have so many. Yeah, allegedly. I have so many theories. Like, okay, so, everybody thinks Pangina, made this decision. Well, Olivia, I don't know why she goes
Hi, Olivia.
to get a drink. Every time I podcast anymore, it's like her thing. It's like her cue to get up and go drink an extremely long drink of water. She's been laying here.
I'm waiting for you to hide that bitch's water bowl.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think she's done. So, people think Pangina made this decision. Pangina did not make this decision. This was the producers making this decision. And one thing to point out, Rue and Michelle are both producers of the show. So
you think? Because I would say if I was Pangina, I would send Jimbo home because Jujubee is not competition.
Well, I agree. Like, there's another theory that, Pangina sent Jimbo home because Jimbo was competition. I also think another theory I have is that Jimbo went home because Jimbo was going to steal focus from Jujubee and the other queens because, Snatch Game was next.
Yeah.
Jimbo was hilarious, and one Snatch Game on his season is Joan Rivers, that was pretty good. Oh my God, I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. I'm not good with impressions, but Joan Rivers. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna stop doing that. I love it. Okay, so anyway, that's another theory I have, that maybe they wanted to give Pangina and Jackie JK, whatever her name is, like give them screen time, and Jimbo's stealing focus. Like, I have so many theories.
Well, any of those could be true. Who knows? I mean, it may be even that Jimbo is just too much of a standout for the show. I know that sounds ridiculous because we've had, Alyssa and all the greats, Alaska. We've had so many. I can't imagine that Rue is at the point in his career where he would be jealous of contestants on his own show. But who really knows? She should be pretty, comfortable with what he's accomplished.
Oh, for sure. Like, Jimbo's only going to get bigger. Like, Jujubee is going to get smaller and smaller. I mean, Jujubee, like, if you love Jujubee, you might want to turn this off. Because I'm just going to say, I really think Jujubee's drag is, like, totally obsolete. Like, I think it's a thing of the past. It's gone the way of the dodo. Like, I think Jujubee is irrelevant. Oops. I know that's so harsh to say, but
it's not harsh. Her drag sucks. And there's no way, because she's funny, slightly. So you can't, a funny person knows what, they're reading people constantly. She cannot be looking in the mirror thinking, I am killing at this look. Unless she's high on delusion. I don't know. The looks, this entire 3 episodes that we watched, and this one especially, I was like, this is pure dog shit.
I don't understand. I don't understand why she would think this is okay, and she's really humiliating herself. And I hate to say I feel bad for her, because I don't. But she has built this career, this super long career. Jujubee used to, and I meant to look this up. Jujubee used to have, because I paid attention to like how many Instagram followers people had. And Jujubee used to have the most for years.
Really?
She had the most, yes, for years. She had so many, more than anyone. And let's see how many she has now. 1.1 million. Nope, there's queens who have way more than that. Way more than that. She used to be on top, and now she's backsliding.
Well, aside from monetary gain and a little bit of being, relevant in the zeitgeist or whatever, I think that this was a mistake for her because it makes me not like her. I used to have positive thoughts about Jujubee. I never loved the looks or anything, but at least she was a fun character on the show that we remember in past seasons. Now I'm like, I can't stand you. You took the spot of somebody who could have been here. And yes, it ultimately is producers and Rue's fault. But why? Why show up to this with these trash outfits?
Yeah, I think about this. I really do think about this, of why this happened. Why Jujubee? Why did she get saved? And I have all of those theories, and I probably have more than that. I know one reason I think Jujubee is brought around a lot is she's very non-threatening. Yeah, like, I think she is. Yeah, she's like a queen that you don't have to worry about her saying something inappropriate or being extreme. Like, look at Jimbo with her big breastplate and stuff, like, buy coconuts, that video of her walking all over that. She's on the cruise and stuff, and Jujubee doesn't do anything like that. I mean, she shows up in a dress that she gets from Primark and a Party City wig and says slightly humorous things, and so she's, non-threatening to the BBC and to other Food Network or whatever show she's on. Like, she was on, I think she was on that drag makeover show where they like show up at people's houses and make them over. I think maybe like I think she was on that. She's just not. She's the color beige. She's just very beige.
I know. I mean, we haven't ever talked about her in the 7 or 8 years we've been doing this. Ever talked about her this much? And no, because she was fine. She was like, we accepted. Yeah, she was great. Now she's up in our faces doing this. Now, I think we called it mediocre last time. This is way below mediocre. This is subterranean drag.
Yeah, it isn't even drag. it's just putting on a Halloween costume. This is definitely some first time in drag on Halloween night, 1993 or something. Like, I just picked a year. I don't know. I just
I don't see any body modification, any padding. Nails a lot of the time, heavy contour makeup. She's not really transforming from who she is just day to day.
No, she is definitely. It's so funny because I keep wanting to say things like disappointment and stuff, and then that like makes it sound like I have feelings. I just don't.
I feel nothing.
I feel numb, which is like worse than hate. What do they say? Indifference is worse than hate.
Yeah. Well,
that's where I'm at, Jujubee. Well, let's talk about the episode and break some of the shit down that happens.
Okay.
We find out that Jimbo actually chose Juju's lipstick, which was perfect.
Hilarious.
I'm so glad she did. Yeah. Hilarious.
This is so something.
Both bitches were shook.
I would have done this too. And by the way, they're all like, well, you made that alliance in your bro. I'm like, no, actually, they rolled the clip back. And what she said was, so if I save you, well, I have one in the bag with Juju. That was not an agreement. That was a hypothetical. If I do this, will you do this? It was not a sealed hand with a handshake deal. You know?
Kind of honestly, if it were an alliance and she broke it, I would not
I'd love
even
it even
blame
more.
her whatsoever.
Love it even more.
I would be like, yes. And you know, I don't really like, what's her name from season 13? The really awful one. What's her name?
Oh God, there are a lot.
I know, the big girl.
Oh,
the big girl.
Candy Muse.
Oh my God, we're blanking. Candy Muse. She tweeted something like, "That's exactly how I would have played it too. I would have made alliances with every single person." I'm like, yes, that's what you do. You like, you know, the regular Drag Race. Okay, like it's all a game. I know it's a total game show and all this stuff. And I could see people being like, "I don't want to." You're not playing a game per se as much, but you go on like All Stars. That's all it is. You know,
right?
Everybody know. Well, maybe not everybody knows you, but you're already known. They can see what you can do. Like all that stuff is check, check, check. Those boxes are checked like people try to get checked in the regular seasons of Drag Race. That's all done. So now it's a game. Build alliances. You know, destroy friendships. You know, claw your way to the top.
Yeah, it's not like you're crushing anybody's dreams like a regular. It's not like you're going home first on your first season. This is like beyond All Stars, like you said. So, yeah, and I love also that everybody is taking it so seriously, and Jimbo's just laughing at them. It's so funny and great. Like, oops,
Jimbo's there.
Did I?
Yeah, right. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. Oh, wow. Yeah. Like that. She's just having fun. And, like, that's so refreshing on this show to see people just enjoying themselves and, like, being a clown. Like, Jimbo loves a clown and doesn't really care what anybody thinks. And then I knew, and I said this before, roll the tape. I said somewhere to you personally, I don't know what, that Jimbo wasn't going to last because people don't understand her and they're not gonna get it. And here we go.
I thought we were going to get at least 6 episodes. I can't believe episode 3 Jimbo's gone. That's crazy to me. Yes, we're biased. If you're new here, yes, we're biased. We'll fucking like Jimbo, okay? Now, he did fuck up a few times in this episode, truth be told. But a couple of the things were not her fault, his fault, whatever. And we just like her. So, deal with it.
Right, funny, original content.
Doesn't take himself seriously.
Doesn't take himself seriously. Is not a knockoff Alyssa Edwards. Like, just watch Jimbo's videos like that. My coconut. She's just like walking on the cruise ship with giant breasts on, just like acting silly. Like, I live for that shit. And when she was riding around in that, like, what was that scooter that's for like disabled
mobility
people?
Scooter, a rascal.
Yeah, mobility scooter, like all over the cruise, like doing Joan Rivers. Like, we're missing out not having Jimbo on Snatch Game. I just can't believe Jimbo's gone, but Pangina and Jackie Jacquet and Jujubee are all still there.
I kind of like Pangina, I gotta say. I know I've been like,
well,
I know.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry.
You can like Pangina. You can like Pangina.
I mean, of the remaining people, I was rooting for no one but Jimbo. But now I have to. Not that I really care who wins, but
you have to shift now.
Yeah, I have to shift. I wanted more. I wanted to see more of Jimbo. I didn't care if he won necessarily, but I wanted more than 3 episodes. But whatever. But now the fun part is we get to see him reacting and doing interviews on shitty YouTube channels and stuff, which is fun for us.
It is fun, and Jimbo is very honest. Like, if you watch like Jimbo on Why She Black's a drag yearbook, so funny, and so Why She Black, like, jaw dropping. Like, Jimbo's like, I don't remember what he said, but it's like, yes, she's a shady bitch who should never have picked me. Like, whatever she was saying, like, totally honest. It's really good. And then on that one with Tia Coffee, what's funny is Tia Coffee's very funny. And the one with Jimbo, you could tell Tia was off her game because Jimbo made a joke and Tia did not get it at all. Like, it was like, what's going on here?
Maybe we'll put a link or something so people can watch this or a clip in the video because, first of all, Tia Coffee, it looked like they were backstage. She was getting ready to perform somewhere or something. Her makeup looked like ass. Like, it looks so horrid. And Jimbo's just sitting there with blonde, like, stringy hair and huge tits. Just like, hi. Yeah, I just think Juju's tired.
I think that Jujubee is probably really tired. And I can imagine after being sent home so many different times by Mama Ru just saying like, yeah, sorry, not this time. I can imagine how over time you may not put as much effort.
She is a burning dumpster with heels. No, she didn't say
that. What do you think of everybody's reaction to that alleged betrayal of the alleged alliance? Did you think
bitches are stupid? Like, they're just trying to come up with an excuse to get rid of Jimbo. They're jealous, and they're jealous that everybody likes Jimbo and Ru loves Jimbo, and they're fucking jealous. It's still something happened. I still have conspiracies, and knowing that Ru and Michelle are producers on the show who have an absolute say of everything that goes on, and Jimbo going home just...
Well, all it's going to take is a few more of those Roscoe's viewing parties, which look like a great time, by the way, that they post on YouTube. That's in Chicago, right? By you?
Yeah.
I love watching the viewing parties where we get to hear the behind-the-scenes shady comment because they get the queens all liquored up, and then they spill the fun tea that we like to hear, the behind-the-scenes stuff they're probably not supposed to be talking about, but I love that stuff. So all we got to do is get a few more of those going, and we'll start getting into some... And it might take years. You know, I watched the YouTube channel Drag Detective, I think his name or something. Drag Detective, and he posts a lot of videos about behind-the-scenes things that I assume are true, maybe not. It's just fun, either way.
You know, it is fun, but if you really love Drag Race, it's not fun. Because you find out so much of it is an illusion. Right. You just find out so much of it is an illusion. And it kind of like, well, like, if you watch a lip sync and you can tell it's edited, there you go, like that. Like, you know, you see, like, something's there and then it's gone because they did a retake and you're like, oh, I thought this was, like, a real competition. But no, they gave them a second, you know, a do-over. And you, like, see things that happen and you're like, oh, that really...
Yeah.
Oh.
See how the sausage is made kind of can be disappointing. Like,
the man behind the curtain from The Wizard of Oz. You see
the
wizard.
I have to admit, I would not be surprised. I don't want us to sound naive. I wouldn't be surprised if none of those lipstick choosing moments ever mattered and the queens never once chose who got to go home. And we found out that it was producers the whole time. That would not surprise me in the slightest. But it would be disappointing.
It would be. So I guess sometimes it's just better not to know some of it. But I know too much, but
you know too much. Yep. So, careful, they're gonna snipe you. They're gonna take you out.
I know too much. You know too much. Rue's gonna show up kicking my door down.
Order room service.
It's somebody on a room service.
My name Cupcake.
Filling my body full of bullet holes. That sounds like a great movie.
I'd love that.
So, where were we at with this? Okay, so Jujubee, during that scene, we have to mention, I really kind of feel like Jujubee was blaming other people for her talentless bullshit. Like, I really think that Jujubee's going to spend a lot of time doing that. Like, in the upcoming episode she's in, she's going to totally...
Oh, it's everybody else's fault that I failed miserably.
Well, they're blaming COVID. They're blaming... What else?
Girl.
There were other things.
It's COVID.
It's all your fault.
My suitcase was over capacity for international travel. I lost my passport. I had an aneurysm.
Bad Jujubee's not here yet. Or Bad Jujubee's here, but we need good Jujubee. Shut up!
Shut up!
All right, so it's the reading challenge. Let's dig into it here. Because reading is what? For nerds.
For nerds.
Oh,
This always makes me super uncomfortable. I hate it. Especially when they fail. I hate it.
And they all pretty much failed. And Jujubee was getting, like, praised. I'm like, Jujubee, that wasn't that good. Jujubee has been funny in the past. Yeah, it wasn't that good. What'd she say? Like, you put the hoe in Holland? Like, that's not funny.
Oh, that's a real... Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't it be you put the ha in Holland?
Yeah.
Because you don't say Holland. Like, that's not a joke.
I like that better, though.
You put the ha in Holland. You put the ho in Holland.
No.
If you have an accent.
Yeah, no.
My favorite...
Monique.
Yeah.
Failing and not even being ashamed of it.
I loved Blue Hydrangea, more like a dead funeral wreath. That was my favorite one of all.
Really? Nobody laughed at that?
No one did. That's more like a dead funeral wreath.
Okay. I can't do... Blue Hydrangea.
So funny. We're like a dead funeral. That is the funniest one, and no one laughed. Oh, fine. That was hilarious.
Then they threw Jimbo under the bus with that editing.
Yes, they did. Like,
justice for Jim.
This was not a very good reading as fundamental. Are they good anymore? I don't. Oh, I know. The funniest, one of the funniest ones for me was when I was watching season 12, and they were doing the Skype thing, and I think it was the Widow Von Du said to somebody. Maybe Gigi Good. I can't remember who it was to. We'll say it was Gigi Good because I don't remember. Gigi, you are the most beautiful woman on the planet of the apes. So funny.
I kind of liked Widow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
in
pretty
moments.
funny.
Maybe the reading international is not a good idea for some reason. It works pretty well in America, but. Having American queens read international queens, maybe it's too much. They don't, and these people aren't really they don't really know each other.
Well, they're not really comedy people. They're not comedians. Like you have look who's there. I mean, Janie J.K., Pangina, Monique, Blue Hydrangea. None of those are real comedy people. Like who Blue Hydrangea may be. Well, Bag of Chips is supposed to be, but only if you throw in a much better. Otherwise,
so
there's no comedy.
What you're saying is you wish that Ginger Minge was there.
Oh my God! Shut up.
That's what you just said.
Don't even put that. I'm surprised Ginger Minge didn't show up for this.
I am too. Well, careful what you wish for.
I know. The next time UK versus the world, if that bitch shows up, I am never watching this.
Oh, she will. She will be. She is a lifer. She will be on this show again.
I'm never watching again if she shows up on any of these seasons again.
They really need to do Drag Race Apocalypse and have it be Rue's going into retirement. It is the final season, and have it just be like the Super Bowl. They always call it the Super Bowl drag, but like bring back a bunch of people and be like, this is the last chance. Ginger Minge is like, I'm there.
Yeah, they need crossover shows. We said we need Drag Race Saw. We need Drag Race Hunger Games.
Drag Race Jonestown's the one you said that I love.
Jonestown. Yeah, that's
Chernobyl.
That's Chernobyl. What is the show that was on recently with all those games they played? I'm like forgetting the name of it. You know, where they with the big doll that turned around and played hide and seek.
Oh, Squid Game.
Red light, green light. Yeah, Squid Game. Drag Race Squid Game. Red light, green light.
I like all that. Well, I did see that preview that preview for a show where they're doing a drag house. And it's on some obscure network that we'll never see. But like a show with drag queens living in a house together, which is kind of a fun idea. And I think they're in drag the whole time.
Is it Jujubee?
No.
It sounds like some shit Jujubee would be on.
No. I don't think anybody we know is on there. But
oh, okay. Well, that's good. I would watch that then. But that just fucking sounds like Jujubee would be on there.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so the Maxi Challenge. Starring in lip sync
Juju
musical.
Juju won the reading.
Jujubee won the
Maxi.
Reading is fundamental. Yeah. Okay. But the Maxi Challenge. All right. Lip sync musical. West End Wendy's, the comeback. What did you think of this challenge?
I really hated it. I can't lie. And because I just watched another Brusical, I watched 2 Brusicals in one day, and I'm borderline suicidal because I watched that season 2 UK Rusical.
Which one was it?
Rats the Rusical.
Oh, right.
And then this,
rough.
and I hate all the Rusicals. I don't hate every challenge. I know it may sound like it. I don't. But this was so painful. But I didn't hate it until I actually saw it being executed. Now, watching them argue over parts and stuff, that's the kind of stuff I like. So I did like them when Jujubee got the power to hand out the roles. And then they got to fight kind of Baga and all that. So I like this part of the drama. Do you like the Rusicals?
No, I fucking hated this one.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst, one of the worst they've ever had. But yeah, Baga being like such a bitch about not wanting. I think Baga is trying to produce herself, and she's failing. I think she's trying to create her own drama so she gets screen time, but she probably doesn't realize what she's looking like. You know what I mean? Like, if I go on and hate this, I'm going to be in everything. Yeah, you're also going to look like a bitch.
I mean, she probably would have done better in that role, but she also was perfect for Tracy Turnblad, so...
It's Tracy Fatberg.
Tracy Fatberg. And then just randomly Meryl Streep. I'm like, and a dog.
Right.
It's so weird.
Right.
It's a weird collection of roles.
These are the characters. Whittle Orphan Fanny. And that was Mangina. Pangina. That's what someone else called it, so it's stuck in my head. Tracy Fatberg was Becca. Lolly Bowles was Jujubee. Mariah Gone Trappy, I think. I can't read I wrote this down in my handwriting. Is Blue Hydrangea. Dr. Spankin Spurter was Mo Hart, who has explained that she's now Mo Hart because
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah. I don't think anyone actually cared. Sorry. Meryl Streep, because I was like, anyway. Like, it was almost like an interruption to the conversation.
Yeah, no,
Meryl Streep was Janie Jacquet, and Dodo the dog was Jimbo. So I don't know why Jimbo wanted to be the dog, because when Jimbo was saying, I want to be the dog, I'm like, why do you want to be the dog? Like, I'm like, don't pick that.
I don't know, because who else? Well, he could have been Spankenspurter, Frankenfurter. That would have been good.
Jimbo could have been any of these.
Yeah. I don't know. The dog is weird. Why a dog? I don't understand. That's not a person, obviously. That doesn't make any... Why not Dorothy? Why?
Right, I don't know either.
Or the witch.
Why the dog?
I don't get it. It's not like a Wizard of Oz's. I think that's the copyright is open. I think anybody can use it, the characters. You know what I mean? Without licensing. Yeah. So it's not like they have to worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know why that either. But when I hear Meryl Streep anymore, I think of Kath and Ken with the Hours, the musical. I've got a seeking feeling.
I need men kill.
Because she drowned,
just change right on the stage.
In the river. Right. Right after the dancing noses. Anyway. That's so ridiculous. Okay, so, I was also thinking about when they were handing out the roles about, what's her name, wanting to be Black China. And that was like, she was crabby the whole time.
Black China?
Black China. Yeah. Did you know that season? Is that a season you watched?
No. She wanted to be... Who are you talking about? Liza Minnelli?
No. Not this season. Everybody who's listening to this is like totally screaming at the thing what this is. Hold on, I'll tell you.
You're talking about...
You'll remember.
You're already talking... Oh, I watched this season you're talking about?
Yeah, you did. It's Nina Bonina Brown wanted to play Black China on her season, and she was so mad that she didn't get to play Black China. She complained the whole time.
Did somebody else get to play her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Oh, Lord.
I had to unfollow Nina Bonina. I like her, but she kept going live on Instagram every single day. Every time I logged on to Instagram, the bitch is going live. I'm like, this is too much. I don't want to see this all the time. Do you know what I'm talking about? Every time I logged in, I look at the top at those little circles. It says Nina Bonina, and she's just in Walmart shopping. And I'm like, I'm sure this is great for some people. I'm not interested.
Oh my God, that's funny. There's an app that shall remain nameless. It's like a dating app, we'll say. And they everyone knows this, but I'm saying anyway. They have like a thing you can go live, and if you watch anyone's videos on there, it's always some stupid ass crap, like shopping at Walmart or
There's a dating app you can go live on.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
it's like total dumb shit. Like they're just laying there talking. Like it's like I don't understand.
It's just like being a cam model at this point. You're just being a webcam model, but dating. Well, I guess lump it all together. Monetize.
Sure, why not? All right, so Jimbo was talking about having a neck injury because he slept funny on his neck. And people were like, I'm suspicious. I do that all the time. Like, I'll sleep funny on my neck, and then, you know, if you have tension, and it is sometimes you can't hardly move your neck. I mean, those people are bitches.
Okay, I'm
Jimbo
sure that's true.
absolutely could have had that.
It absolutely could have, but let's be fair as fair. If anybody else had said this, you'd have been like, you fucking bitch, just get over it. Like, you know that's true, because I've done that too. So, yeah, and also... It's a very classic, thing for people to get up and perform in front of the group and be like, oh, by the way, I can't sing today. My throat. Oh, I can't dance because I hurt my little ankle. Like, it's a very, old, tired thing that I hate. So
I can't sing or dance because I'm talentless.
Yeah. My talent. I lost my talent.
My talent. Right. Well, look at Jimbo's talent competition. Open the talent box. Nothing inside. Does that belong to Jujubee?
I found this in your luggage.
Right. It says talent, but there is no talent. Okay, so time for the performances. What did you think? Who did you like in this whole shit show?
I thought Pangina was terrifying. It almost
She was like a zombie. She was like little undead orphan Annie.
It almost looked like a little offensive, if you catch my drift. I won't say it. But it freaked me out a little bit. And so that was weird. I really hated them all equally, I guess. But Jimbo's, he did hold that basket in front of his face too long.
But he said that he was told to do that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was said in Untucked. I'm not sure, but he said that on Drag Yearbook that he was told to keep the basket in front of his face until that point.
Okay. I thought Janie Jack...
That's what I'm talking about. I have theories that this is all a goddamn setup.
Well, this is why I like the background information, like you just told me. I like that stuff. Janie Jackie had the Meryl Streep, and that lady's voice sounded so much like Meryl Streep that it was good. It did. And also, she was very good. And I also liked Blue Hydrangea, but I couldn't get Ben de la Creme absolutely slaying Julie Andrews in his season. Or was that All Stars that she did that? Remember that? It was Julie Andrews rapping or something. And Ben de la Creme played her in Sound of Music. Anyway.
I find Ben de la Creme forgettable, so I don't remember.
Well, you have to admit she was slaying that season of All Stars before she left.
Yes, until she got paid off to leave, so
she's like,
Trixie Mattel could win, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
That's probably what happened here. Somebody got paid off to get rid of Jimbo, so Jujubee could stay. Anyway.
Any of these that you liked?
Well, I definitely thought that Pangina's was like a zombie. Like, it was kind of frightening. I didn't really like it a lot. I didn't want to look. And she was, like, way over the top. And it's like complaining about a drag show being over the top. Well, sometimes it can be, if it's ridiculous. Baga, I don't get Baga. Like, why was that wig, like, covering her eyes? She, like, you could tell she was not mentally there. She was just going through the motions and the words. Like, do you think Baga looks kind of like a bird? I always thought Baga looked kind of like a bird, like a cartoon bird.
I don't know about a bird. Maybe like a
cartoon duck.
Well,
there's like a.
I don't want to be cruel. She's cute.
No, she's cute, but she has, that happens when you have to glow up. It makes you a little otherworldly.
Well, otherworldly, yeah. But when you're a stout person, when you're short and squatty, and then you get a bunch of injections, it's just like you're. Like Adina and AbFab says, you're a visitor in your own face. Like, there's too much going on there. You're all smushed up. Like, it's just not a good thing. But it works for her drag, I guess. So, but I think that the Tracy Turnblad aesthetically the look she had going, but the song was really stupid.
It was stupid. The look was very Tracy Turnblad. And, you know, Baga, I say that and, like, about as far as, like, looking as she looks. But, when, you know, I just want to stress this. When queens get... We like when queens get work done.
Mm-hmm.
That really wasn't a criticism. It was more of an observation because we like when they get things done because they do it for a reason, to feminize their face, to make their features exaggerated so it gives them better drag. So it's appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think her look was on, and the song wasn't really very good.
I would have liked to have seen her as Liza though, because Juju is Liza. What in gay hell?
It was like on Xanax or something, like Liza in slow motion.
I mean, I don't know what to say. The makeup, hideous. No mannerisms, no vocals. Or, well, it wasn't her vocals, but I mean, no dancing,
charisma.
really. No movement, no movement.
Charisma.
No
charisma. Why did she have those lines drawn on her nose?
That's her version. And you know what's sick is that Raven is her BFF. Teach this bitch how to do her makeup. Take a master class. Suck a dick. Get a job. That's T.S. Madison. Do something.
Yes, she does. She, like, did not come into UK versus the world prepared to fight. She just came in with whatever she grabbed out of her closet, or Ross Matthews cross-dressed for less, you know, like...
The airport.
Like, the dumpster behind Salvation Army, whatever. Okay, so, Mo...
Mo Hart Spankenspurter.
Now, this might happen in the movie or something, like, I don't know. But why did she put that sweater on and that skirt?
It had to do with the lyrics of the song.
It was just so random. There was no intention.
No, it was part of the song lyrics, like she was modest now or something. So it had something to do with that, because, yeah. No, he didn't do that in the movie.
No, dumb. Well, Jimbo, let's talk about Jimbo. So, I just don't know what she could have done different to make that performance better.
I don't either. I guess they gave him these costumes, right?
I suppose so. I don't know.
I don't know how that works because Jimbo has very different proportions than everybody else. So there's another little plot hole that I'm curious about. I don't know either because it was like a hybrid Dorothy / dog, which sounds funny. It wasn't great. The song was not great, to be fair. Some of these songs were just better.
Songs are good.
But some were better than others.
It's true.
So, yeah. I don't know what else he could have done.
Well, I think it's funny that Rue said the show was canceled due to lack of interest.
I caught that too. I thought of you immediately. I thought of you immediately. Tell them our reference.
Oh, the reference is it's a Wilson Phillips reference. Back when they were touring for Shadows and Light, like I read some articles that the tour was canceled for lack of interest, and it was just funny.
That's funny.
Okay, so that was the performance. Let's talk about the runways. Let's do that. It's the category is ... I think this is a fun category, at least, you know, on paper. It sounds like you could get some really great, because we've seen some great polka dots. I mean, polka dots are not some, like, you know, groundbreaking thing on Drag Race runway. We've seen lots of great polka dot looks.
Yeah.
So I like the category.
No, I like the category too.
Yeah. Let's break this shit down.
Let's go in order. Let's get through these. Okay, Jimbo was first in a green spacesuit.
I think this is great.
I like it too.
It looks like someone tried to make something. Do you know what I mean? Like it had some thought into it.
It's fully fleshed out, design, executed, sewed, assembled, and worn perfectly.
Yes.
Looks like a stage costume, worthy of a stage.
I agree.
The hat helmety thing is a little weird, but okay, fine. I can overlook that. Everything else is spot on. No pun intended.
Ha! Love it.
That's a Michelle Visage quality joke.
It was. Your outfit is spot on. Jimbo, tonight on the runway, your outfit was spot on.
Ugh.
But your performance was for the dogs. I don't know.
For the dogs.
It's actually not. That wasn't so bad. Actually,
Not really.
I thought I was stupid at first, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. That really wasn't that bad. Okay, so who else? Okay, so next we have Jujubee. I hope she didn't cut her fingers opening that package from Party City. Like,
Man. Ugly.
you can get paper cuts from that shit.
Let's start at the top and work our way down. The cheapest blue wig you can find at Party City. Plastic. Not styled at all. Look how messy it is. Ugly.
Is there a Party City outlet store? Because
Yeah.
like Party City outlet.
For like the odd sizes and stuff. Then just a black dress with, like Michelle said, blow up snakes on it. Ugly green tights. Hideous color. Shoes that make no sense with the outfit. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Next.
Right? The look, the soul, all ugly. No, I'm just kidding. Next we have Blue Hydrangea. I don't quite understand who came up with this. Like, I can't imagine. If she made this or had it made, who designed this? You know, like, who sat down and drew a picture of this? And Blue Hydrangea was like, it's fabulous.
Well, do you like it?
No. But, I mean, it's different. That's what my mom always says. If she doesn't like something, I always know because she'll say, it's different. I'm like, you hate it then.
It's like when I asked you about my design for the last week challenge. It's kind of like, I like elements of it. I don't like the shape of the skirt and stuff. I wish it were different colors. If they would have swapped that orange out for like pink or something, I'd have been more into it. But orange, I hate orange.
Yeah, I don't really like blue and orange together very much. It seems very like high school mascot color, like high school. I don't know what's making me think of that, but you're right. Maybe if they swapped out the colors, I hate those stupid pointy things that are sticking up from the waist. I don't like that.
That's what I mean, the pointy things. But at least, again, like Jimbo, this looks like something that was thought out, designed, sewn, assembled, and worn correctly. So this is stage worthy at least.
Right. It looks intentional.
Intentional. Janie Jackie, why can't I get her name right? Janie Jackie Harry also said she made her dress, but hers is ugly. It's yellow.
It's basic. It's basic. It's just a dress with a peplum and a wizard sleeve.
Yeah,
actually,
it's a McCall's pattern from
Victoria.
It's really ugly. The colors are ugly. It's not the colors are not flattering. Why go to all that trouble and then pick ugly colors? I don't get that. Mo Hart.
We're moving on.
Did you have something else to say about that?
Well, I mean, I just think it's very like altered dress from Capacity or one of those mall stores. It's just Torrid. It's just altered. They added some dots to a yellow dress and put some things on the sleeve. And she needs to come up with her signature. I keep saying this because if you showed me a picture of this and I didn't know who it was, I wouldn't know.
Also, long dead human hair, boring, flat, lifeless hair. Actually looks kind of matted. It's not pretty hair.
Like it needs to be brushed or something. Like it needs attention.
Yeah. Look into synthetics. That's what they tell us that are better for drag queens. Okay. Mo Hart.
And her Sully realness.
Is that the character she's playing? Right, based on
Sully, I think that's the right.
I was going to ask you because you know
Monsters Inc.
Okay, well, whatever it is, I like the colors. I like this, except for the hair. That's it.
Or maybe he's Mike. Hold on. Nope, Sully. I was right. Yeah, Sully realness.
Okay, to me, this is totally sufficient.
Like it.
Yeah, pretty. Good makeup, nice flowy outfit, good fabrics, pretty colors. The hair I don't love, but that's fine. I can not like one part of it.
I think Jimbo pointed out that she had that breastplate with nothing inside it. Jimbo pointed that out.
Of course he did. Queen of the breastplates.
Yeah.
Pangina.
All right, so Pangina. What did you think?
I like this. It's like funfetti. It's kind of cool. Not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't love it. I can tell you're hating it just by the vibe you're giving me. I don't hate it. Don't love it.
So, fun fact about me, I hate sprinkles. I hate sprinkles. So this is giving me some real cupcake, funfetti cupcake with white frosting covered in sprinkles feel when I look at this.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. I hate sprinkles, so I hate this. I'm sorry. Just because they have that stupid headpiece on, it's interesting. No, it's not.
It was kind of utility, the head thing. Like, it's not exactly pretty. It just was functional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because it worked correctly doesn't mean it was pretty. So.
Right. It didn't fall apart on the stage, so therefore.
Yeah. And she could have gone bigger with her tits on this. Should have borrowed some of Jimbo's boobs for this.
Yeah.
Why not?
You should be friends with Jimbo so you can borrow all her breastplates.
When
Jesus,
you're head to toe drowning in one pattern, one fabric pattern, you can make your boobs and hips and everything bigger because you got to compensate. You're kind of it looks like a magic eye. Okay.
Sure. I could see magic eye. I definitely see. They were making jokes about Twister.
Yeah, Twister. Another lame joke.
Dots are too small. Another lame joke. Okay, so then we have Baga. What'd you think?
This is pretty. It doesn't fit super great. The skirt could have been higher, but I like the elements of it. Pink and white polka dots. Cute. Barbie.
Okay, so for me, it's a no. And I'll explain why. I think the skirt, if it were more of a pencil skirt, it would have been kind of fun. Like a little bit more tailored looking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it probably would have been better, and maybe with a little bit. I mean, I like that she has a waist, maybe even a little more waist and a little more boobs. Like, make this a little more Dolly Parton. I think would have been really fantastic with this look.
That's what I'm saying. The fit is not right, but the elements, the idea, I do like. But now I'm kind of doing a you thing where I say if it's if she takes it off, it's not there. I like the idea, but reality sucks.
I just think you can take a mediocre look like this and do some tailoring on it, do some cutting and sewing and make it into something fantastic, like bigger boobs,
Barbie
tighter
proportions.
waist, Barbie proportions, like backwoods Barbie Dolly Parton look. She could have made it one thing that I loved about Crystal Versace is because she did that.
Mm-hmm.
She could take a look like this, give this to Crystal Versace and see what she can do, and she could make this into something fantastic. And it doesn't have to do with size. Like, Crystal's super skinny, but it's all about proportion. And she could have taken this and elevated it and made it into something like totally runway.
Like, that should have been like you said, a pencil skirt or even a micro mini skirt, and then just really hoard it up. But her waist could have been snatched so tight. Like, you should be uncomfortable. Also, that wet hair. Why?
You know how I feel about that.
It's ugly. Cute shoes with little bows on them.
Well, so there was the lovely runway. So then they did, the performances. Did they do performances first? I'm out of order in this.
I'm sorry, what? The order for what?
The order of the episode. They did the runway. So they did the performances, they did the runway. Okay, I'm back. So we know that the top two queens are Pangina and Janie Jacquet. And the bottom two are Jimbo and Juju.
It's wrong.
Yeah, this is wrong. Like, who would you replace? Like, who would you put in the top and who would you put in the bottom?
I think the top could have been... It could have been several people. It could have been... I know that's a cop-out. You want a solid answer. I'm going to say... You want me to say Jimbo, but I'm going to say that I think Blue or even Monique Hart could have replaced Janie in the top, and in the bottom, Juju. Yes, that was definitely correct. And probably it should have all. Who else could have been?
Baga. I think Baga should have been in the bottom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because then we could have sent Juju home and saved Baga. Yep.
Yeah.
But that is not what happened. They lip synced to
That
a
is
weird
not what
song.
happened. I know. To we like to party. You know, I love like Euro dance music a lot. Like,
Me too.
you know, I've sent you some stuff with people who like they're so like so fast. The dance music is so fast that it gives you anxiety. Like, I do like that. Like, I'm a fan of like Aqua and, you know.
Well, this
those
came
Euro
out
dance.
around the time of Aqua, I believe. Kind of around the same time. And it's a great song. It's just a weird lip sync song.
It was not the right choice. And I think, though, however, I think Pangina was doing a pretty decent job, and Janie J.K. was, like, not up to par with that lip sync.
And they're both self-proclaimed dancers. Janie was doing a lot of hands. She was doing, like, the Britney Spears Vegas arm choreo, and Pangina was giving it her all. Pangina is a good performer. I know you don't like her. Let it go.
No.
Let it go. She was good in that lip sync.
No. It's a no. It's a no.
All right.
No. Yeah, she was fine. Like, she did the job, and she won the lip. She's a winner, baby! And so she whipped out her lipstick, and then it was Jimbo.
Oh, what a terrible choice.
What a bummer.
Did we hear reasoning why? Do they do that?
I think it's because she's a fake lying bitch.
Okay.
No, I'm
right.
kidding.
Yeah.
I don't think they really...
They don't do that.
I don't think she's... I'm sure they'll say the next time, because they'll ask about it, you know, the next time, of why did you send Jimbo
It's going to
home,
have something to do with that stupid alliance. It's going to.
Yes, absolutely. That'll be the excuse. But I just know that something else went on that caused this to happen, and I really think there's a conspiracy.
I hate the emphasis on loyalty and stuff. This ain't RuPaul's morality race, you know?
This ain't RuPaul's Survivor race.
I'm not here to be your fucking friend or confidant, and...
This ain't the Golden Girls. This ain't
Oh,
RuPaul's
goddamn.
Golden Girls drag race.
So,
The house down booth.
whatever. Are we over it?
We're over it. Look, I'm okay with... We'll see what happens the next time. Like, maybe it'll surprise us. Like, maybe somebody will push forward that's really good. And I'm trying to be I don't sound stupid. I'm trying to be optimistic. Like, what can happen to save this for us now that Jimbo is gone? Because I was afraid when Jimbo left, we were going to be like, fuck this. Like, what can happen?
Well, there will be an opportunity for him to come back. We know that. We've watched this show long enough to know that. There will be an opportunity for him to come back.
And Jimbo was saying that they asked him on one of those shows, it was either Why Is She Black, maybe asked, like, what Snatch Game he was going to do. And he said a bunch of things. He said Bobcat Goldthwait, which is hilarious. I wish he would have done Bobcat Goldthwait. Oh, my God.
I don't know who that is.
You know that you don't know who that is? You know who that is. From the, like you said, 70s, 80s. A comedian. He's very awkward sounding. Like, did you watch? This is the only reference I could think to tell you, even though there's so many. Death. What is it called? Medusa, Dare to Be Truthful. The Truth or Dare mockumentary.
No.
Oh my God.
I'll look it up. Fine, whatever. I'm sure it would have been great.
He played the Kevin Costner character on that. So if you watch it.
Okay.
Because you know the Kevin Costner, when he says he loves Madonna's show, it was really neat, and she like made fun of him because he said neat.
Right.
Well, he plays that character, but he's been in so many things. There's so many movies and stuff. Anyway, he's very awkward and very weird. And Jimbo also said maybe Shirley Temple, which
I would have loved that.
That would have been so funny.
I would have loved that. Joe Monet.
Oh my God, someone needs to be jumping. I can't remember who the other one was, but we're just really missing out not having Jimbo on Snatch Game. So,
well, bummer. Well, thank you for listening / watching and whatever you're doing. Please follow Drag Dungeon. Join our Patreon. We have so much fun there. Exclusive bonus episodes every week. Patreon.com/DragDungeon and at Drag Dungeon on all social media. Thank you. And we'll follow you back on Instagram. We follow anybody who loves us. If you love us, we love you.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.